Red blood cells. These cells are found in the blood vessels where the blood flows, carrying oxygen from the lungs to all parts of the body. They are shaped like a smooth, flexible disc with a slight concave center, which facilitates their passage through very small blood vessels and increases their surface area for oxygen exchange. They contain a protein called hemoglobin, which binds to oxygen in the lungs and transports it to the rest of the body's cells. Hemoglobin is responsible for the red color of blood. Unlike most cells in the body, red blood cells lack a nucleus. This allows them to carry a larger amount of hemoglobin, but it also means they cannot regenerate or divide. For this reason, their average lifespan is about 120 days. The body constantly renews red blood cells by producing new ones in the bone marrow. They also play an additional role in transporting carbon dioxide, a waste product of cellular metabolism, to the lungs to be expelled with exhalation. Their role may seem simple, but without them, organs and tissues would quickly lose the oxygen needed to produce energy. Even a slight decrease in their number, as in anemia, can lead to fatigue, weakness, and lack of energy, which means they are vitally important in the body. White blood cells. These cells are a vital part of the body's immune system. They constantly move through the blood and tissues, detecting and engulfing foreign invaders. Unlike red blood cells, they are fewer in number, but their functions are diverse. Some attack bacteria and viruses directly, while others produce antibodies or coordinate the immune response. This diversity allows the body to respond to many types of infections and diseases. These cells are produced in the bone marrow. One of their most important abilities is to leave the bloodstream and enter infected tissues where foreign invaders and disease cells are located. These cells identify harmful invaders and initiate engulfment. Some cells surround and digest pathogens, while others send signals that attract more immune cells to the area. Each type has a specific role. For example, neutrophils act quickly and are often the first to arrive at the site of infection or injury, while lymphocytes are involved in long-term defense and immune memory, helping the body recognize and respond more quickly to the same threat next time. This is the foundation of how immunity works. Each type of white blood cell has a specific role. White blood cells play a role in inflammation, the body's mechanism for isolating and fighting injuries or infections. Although this response may cause redness or swelling, it indicates that the immune system is active. Maintaining a balance of white blood cells is essential for protecting the body and preserving its normal functions. Muscle cell. These cells are designed to contract and relax, allowing the body to move, maintain posture, and support vital functions. They are long and contain proteins in the form of fibers, which shorten the cell and create movement. This process relies on energy stored in the cell, which is constantly used and replenished during activity. There are different types of muscle cells, each suited to a specific function. Skeletal muscle cells are attached to bones and are under conscious control. Cardiac muscle cells are found only in the heart, where they contract rhythmically without conscious control to pump blood. Smooth muscle cells are found in organs such as the stomach, blood vessels, and intestines, where they control slow automatic movements like digestion and blood flow. Muscle cells contain a large number of mitochondria to provide the necessary energy. They can adapt over time, becoming stronger and larger with regular use or shrinking when not used. This ability to change is what allows for training, recovery, and physical fitness. Their role extends beyond mere movement. In the heart, these cells maintain blood flow, and in the digestive system, they help digest food. Even simple movements like blinking or breathing depend on their continuous activity. Without them, the body would be unable to perform its most basic functions. The nerve cell. Also known as neurons, nerve cells are responsible for transmitting electrical signals throughout the body. They form a vast communication network connecting the brain, spinal cord, and all the body's organs. Each neuron is designed to receive and process information, then transmit it as an electrical signal. This is how the body controls movement, senses its environment, and even forms thoughts. A typical neuron consists of three main parts. The cell body contains the nucleus and keeps it alive. Branching structures called dendrites carry a long extension called the axon, which transmits signals over long distances. In many neurons, the axon is covered with a fatty layer called myelin, which helps speed up the signal transmission. Neurons do not work in isolation. They connect with other neurons at junctions called synapses, where signals are transmitted using chemical messengers such as glutamate. This enables complex communication, from simple reflexes like pulling your hand away from a heat source to advanced processes like memory, decision-making, and thinking. Unlike many other cells, most nerve cells do not regenerate easily after damage and do not divide. This makes protecting them extremely important. Bone cell. These cells are responsible for building, maintaining, and renewing the structure of bones. Even though bones seem hard and fixed, they are actually living tissues that are constantly being reshaped. Bone cells work together to keep bones strong, repair damage, and regulate minerals like calcium in the body. There are several types of bone cells, each with a specific role. Osteoblasts are the cells that build new bone by producing the hard matrix that gives bone its strength. Once they become trapped inside this matrix, they turn into osteocytes, which maintain the bone and help sense stress or damage. On the other side, osteoclasts break down old or damaged bone tissue, allowing it to be replaced with new bone. This continuous cycle of building and breakdown is called bone remodeling. It allows bones to adapt to physical activity, becoming stronger with use and weaker with lack of movement. It also helps repair small cracks that happen over time, preventing larger injuries. Bone cells also play a role beyond structure. By controlling the release and storage of minerals, they help keep the body's internal balance stable. Without this constant activity, bones would become fragile and the body would struggle to maintain proper function. Fat cell. These cells, also called adipocytes, are specialized for storing energy in the form of fat. They are found throughout the body, especially under the skin and around internal organs. Their main function is to take in excess energy from food and store it for later use when the body needs it. A fat cell is designed to hold a large droplet of fat that takes up most of its space, pushing the nucleus to the side. This structure allows it to store a significant amount of energy in a compact form. When the body requires energy, these cells release fatty acids into the bloodstream, where they are used by muscles and other tissues. Fat cells also play an important role in insulation and protection. The layer of fat under the skin helps maintain body temperature, while fat around organs acts as a cushion against physical shocks. Their size can increase or decrease depending on how much energy is stored. When consistently overloaded, they expand and can affect how the body regulates energy and hormones. This makes them important not just for storage, but for overall metabolic health. Epithelial cell. These cells form the coverings and linings of the body, creating a protective layer on the skin and inside organs. They are tightly packed together, leaving very little space between them, which helps block harmful substances and control what passes in and out. You can find them on the surface of the skin, lining the digestive tract, the lungs, and even blood vessels. Their structure varies depending on their function. Some are flat and thin to allow quick exchange, like in the lungs where oxygen passes into the blood. Others are taller and more structured, like in the intestines where they help absorb nutrients. In certain areas, they have tiny hair-like projections called cilia that move substances along, such as clearing mucus from the airways. Beyond protection, they also have specialized roles. Some produce mucus, enzymes, or hormones, while others help in sensations such as detecting touch or irritation. Their versatility and constant renewal make them essential for maintaining the body's interface with the outside world. Skin cell. These cells make up the outermost layer of the body, forming a protective barrier between the body and the external environment. They are mainly found in the epidermis, where they are tightly packed to block harmful substances like bacteria, chemicals, and UV radiation. Their arrangement helps prevent water loss while keeping the body shielded from physical damage. Most skin cells begin in the deeper layers and gradually move upward. As they rise, they change shape and fill with a protein called keratin, which makes them stronger and more resistant. By the time they reach the surface, they are no longer living cells, but form a tough, protective layer that is constantly shed and replaced. Skin cells also play a role in protection beyond structure. Some are involved in producing pigment, which helps protect against sunlight, while others participate in immune defense by detecting and responding to harmful agents. Together, they ensure that the body remains protected, balanced, and responsive to the environment. Stem cell. These are special cells with the unique ability to become many different types of cells in the body. Unlike most cells that have a fixed role, stem cells can both renew themselves and transform into specialized cells such as muscle, nerve, or blood cells. This makes them essential for growth and development and repair. Stem cells are found in different stages of life. In early embryos, they are highly versatile and can form almost any cell type. In adults, they are more limited, but still play an important role in maintaining and repairing tissues, such as in the bone marrow, where new blood cells are constantly produced. Because of their ability to regenerate and adapt, stem cells are widely studied in medicine. They offer potential for treating injuries and diseases by restoring damaged tissues. Even so, their activity must be carefully regulated, as uncontrolled growth can lead to problems.